Method 1. Using an OBD2 scanner or code reader. A glowing check engine light is often the first hint that your oxygen sensor might be malfunctioning. The easiest way to confirm this is by using an OBD2 scanner or code reader, which can both retrieve stored diagnostic trouble codes and display real-time sensor data. These tools are inexpensive and highly effective for identifying O2 sensor issues. Tool required. Any OBD2 code reader or scan tool, even a simple handheld unit or smartphone-based app will work. How it works. Modern vehicles constantly monitor their oxygen sensors. When a sensor behaves abnormally, the engine control unit logs a trouble code. The scanner allows you to view these codes and live data streams. By analyzing both, you can determine if the sensor is functioning correctly. Steps. 1. Scan for trouble codes. Locate the OBD2 port, usually beneath the dashboard. Plug in your scanner with the engine off, then switch the ignition to the on position. Use the scanner to read stored codes. Look for codes such as PO130, PO135, or PY1141, which refer to O2 sensor circuit or heater faults. For instance, PO130 indicates a malfunction in Bank 1 Sensor 1 circuit, while PO35 points to a heater failure in that same sensor. These codes identify which sensor and circuit are faulty. 2. View live sensor data. Start the engine and let it warm to normal operating temperature. Oxygen sensors only function accurately when hot. On the scanner's live data menu, find the upstream sensor. A healthy sensor's voltage should fluctuate between 0.1 V and 0.9 V. At idle, you'll see the voltage jumping up and down several times per minute. Raise the RPMs to around 1500-2000, and the switching rate should increase to about 3 cycles per second, swinging from lean to rich. This constant oscillation shows the sensor is actively responding to fuel mixture changes. Good versus bad results. Good sensor. Voltage fluctuates rapidly between 0.1 and 0.9 V, switching several times per second at higher RPMs. It immediately reacts to lean and rich changes, and no O2-related codes are stored. Bad sensor. The reading stays fixed or responds sluggishly. A sensor stuck high or low near 0.1 V or 0.9 V without fluctuation is considered faulty. Codes like slow response or heater circuit malfunction further confirm failure. Replace the sensor once verified. Method 2. Testing sensor voltage with a multimeter. A digital multimeter provides another way to confirm an O2 sensor's health by measuring its voltage output directly. This method works on narrow-band sensors. Tool required. A digital multimeter capable of reading low DC voltage. How it works. The oxygen sensor acts like a miniature voltage generator, producing between 0 and 1 volt depending on the oxygen content in exhaust gases. Connecting a multimeter to the sensor's signal wire while the engine runs lets you observe voltage changes in real time. Steps. 1. Locate and identify the sensor. Find the O2 sensor on the exhaust manifold or pipe. Examine the connector. Most sensors have 3 or 4 wires, 2 same-colored heater wires, and 1 or 2 signal wires. Refer to a wiring diagram if needed to confirm which is the signal wire. 2. Backprobe the connector. Do not unplug the sensor. It must remain connected so its heater circuit stays active. Use a fine probe or paperclip to carefully touch the signal wire terminal from the rear of the connector. Attach the multimeter's red lead to this probe and connect the black lead to a reliable ground, ideally the sensor's ground wire or the engine block. Set the meter to the DC voltage mode. 3. Measure voltage at idle. Start and warm the engine until it enters closed-loop operation. Watch the meter. A good sensor will display a constantly varying voltage between 0.1 and 0.9 V. You'll notice quick jumps Z/2, 0.7, 0.4, and so on as the ECU fine-tunes the fuel mixture. Even though a DMM updates only a few times per second, you'll see rapid changes proving the sensor is active. 4. Test throttle. Response. Gently rev the engine or have a helper snap the throttle. When you accelerate, the voltage should momentarily rise towards 0.8-0.9 V. When you release the throttle suddenly, it should dip to 0.1, 0.2 V. Holding the engine steady around 2500 RPM should result in mostly high readings as more fuel enters. Once back at idle, the sensor resumes rapid switching. This dynamic behavior confirms the sensor reacts to real-world changes. Keep clear of belts and fans during this test. Good versus bad results. Good sensor. The voltage changes continuously between 0.1, 0.9 V, rising and falling with throttle movements. It's quick and consistent, proving the sensor is generating accurate feedback. Bad sensor. A defective sensor may show a static reading or move very slowly. Sometimes it only fluctuates slightly or takes several seconds to change. A flat 0V reading indicates no output, either the sensor is cold, dead, or miswired. Always confirm the sensor is warm and your probes are secure before declaring it faulty. Method 3. Checking the O2 sensor's heater. Modern O2 sensors include a built-in heater element to quickly reach operating temperature. A burned-out heater is one of the most common failures and will trigger codes like P035 or P141. You can test this easily using a multimeter's resistance setting. Tool required. Digital multimeter in ohms mode. How it works. The sensor's heater is simply a small resistive coil. When you measure across its two heater pins, a functioning coil will show a low resistance. An open circuit or infinite reading means the heater is burned out. Steps. 1. Turn off engine and unplug sensor. Make sure the ignition is off and the engine cool. Unplug the sensor from the wiring harness. Only the sensor side will be tested. 2. Identify the heater pins. On most 4-wire sensors, the two same colored wires belong to the heater circuit. Confirm via a wiring diagram if uncertain. 3. Measure resistance. Set the multimeter to O mode. Touch one probe to each heater terminal inside the sensor connector. Ensure good contact with the metal terminals. Read the resistance on the display. Interpreting the results. Good heater. A normal reading will fall between 215 O at room temperature. Anything in that low ohm range indicates the heater element is intact and capable of heating properly. Bad heater. If the display shows OL, or an extremely high resistance, the coil is broken. A reading near 0 OR means the heater is shorted and also defective. Either case requires sensor replacement. If you had a heater code earlier and this test shows an open circuit, you've confirmed the cause beyond doubt. Identifying a faulty sensor early improves fuel efficiency, reduces emissions, and restores smooth engine performance.